Game on. All right. Happy Tuesday, everyone. We are jumping in for our live action hour. We got Shay, Aaron, and Maria Aponte joining us today. And really, for this Focus Power Hour, we are going to show you how to do the essentials in your business. And we're going to shorten up the time on our business activity tracker. So if you have your tracker, this is going to be the flow that you want to use. We're mostly going to focus on number 2, okay? And so we're really going to focus on adding followers, responding to all our new likes, comments, or views, inviting, and following up. So I'm going to set a timer. We got everyone on mute, and I'm going to mute myself. And we're just going to go through and start adding followers. We're going to take about 10 minutes to do this. I'm going to set my timer, and then I'm going to kind of show you all how I go through my followers, and if the girls have anything that they want to add on how they find their people, then I will have them hop in too. All right, so we got 10 minutes. I am mostly on Instagram, so I'm going to go over to my Instagram. And what I do is I go to the search button down at the bottom, and I look for feeds or posts that are relevant to me and where I am at my stage in life right now. So a lot of it's motherhood, encouraging, empowering women, and I look for posts that have been made within the last day or so, last few hours, that have lots of following. So there's this post right here, Modern Mom Probs. It's got about 2,000 people who have already liked it, and it's got, I can't even see all the comments. So literally what I do is I'm going to click on this number in the black, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to just add people who look like my target market, right? Look like women I want to connect with. I'm not going to analyze it. I got the timer set. I'm just going to hit boom, 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 follow, follow, follow. And then as we go on and connect, I'll do that. So I'm going to mute myself. And for 10 minutes, it's going to be really quiet and really boring.
So question, Amanda, you're right now just requesting to follow. You're not going through the pages. You're not doing anything. You're just like add for 10.
Yep, I'm just add. I'm not looking through their page, just follow, follow, follow. If it says request, then that's cool. Those are people I'll follow up with when I'm actually connecting.
Amanda, do you have a goal of how many you try to get in during this 10 minutes? Or how many you try to get in a day?
I try to add, it depends on my morning and how much time I actually have to do the request. I get as many as I can in 10 minutes. I mean, for 10 minutes, if I'm just going through, I can get 50 plus.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Hey girl, we're just finishing up some in adding to our network right now. We got like 4 seconds, so you jumped in at a great time. All right. All right. So we got 10 minutes of just straight up adding followers to our network onto whatever platform you use. Again, I was using Instagram. It's so much easier just to go through and add people. And then what we'll do in the next few minutes, and I'll show you how I do it, is go through and start making connections. So there's a couple ways that you can actually start to connect with different people. While we're thinking about our focused power hour, I like to just go through here and go through my checklist and say, okay, I'm going to respond to all my new likes, comments, or views. So that's when I go to my feed, my Instagram feed, or my stories, and I look for those people who I've never connected with before. This is when I get intentional about writing down the people that I talk to. So I shoot for 10 new conversations a day. This is from my morning. I actually sat down this morning and I had 30 new convos. So what I do is I just take a notebook and I go through and I just number and date it, and I just put 10, 10, and 10. 10 connections, 10 new convos, 10 invites, 5 to coaching, 5 to challenge group, and then 10 follow-ups. That's basically how I run and do it. And most of the people that I am inviting are people I've already been connecting with. My new convos are people who are either just just followed me. I shoot them over a new follow message like, hey Sandy, thanks so much for the follow. Looks like we got a lot in common. I'm a mom too. You know, like what brought you over to my feed or something like that. How'd you find me? Or sometimes I'll even be like, are you into health and fitness, depending on what they look like. But it's just about starting an authentic conversation with them and not being weird. I have a couple scripts that I have on my phone that I just send, and it makes it really simple. So something that's really helpful when you're doing your power hour, either have it in your notes or use the Ditto app where you can just type in something. Like if you use what is the keyboard thing? You girls know what I'm saying. Text replacement, sorry. Text replacement, and then you just, like, I'll just put on new, and then that sends somebody the new connection, or I'll put connect, and that just sends them a little invite or a little just blurb saying who I am, nice to meet them, looking forward to connecting, asking them a personal question. So we're gonna take 20 minutes and we're going to just go through our feed. Hopefully you already posted a picture today. If you haven't, you're going to want to do that, but hopefully you did already, and you should already have people responding. Or if you did a post yesterday, you're going to want to reach out to those people who liked your post or made a comment or on your feed. So I'm going to set the alarm for 20. It's going to get boring. Have at it. Let me know if you have questions.
Okay. Oh wait, I was unmuted this.
No, you're okay. No, you're muted.
All right, there we go. Okay, sorry. Since I'm in jail here. No, I'm just kidding. Mishra, so good to see you. Anyway, I got my girl on here. Okay, so right now, you focus primarily on Instagram, is that right? Or okay, so but if people are doing Facebook and Instagram right now, you could do both.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to your posts in the last 24 hours since your last power hour, any new likes, comments. So right now we're focusing on new conversations. Is that right?
Yes.
Kind of just starting conversations with anybody that's commented or liked your picture.
Or even just looked at it. On Instagram, you can see who viewed it. And on some videos on Facebook, you can see who viewed it. But I like to talk to the people who are engaging, right? If somebody's watching my stories, that's different. You took the time out to hit my stories, you're going to get a message that's like, hey, girl, thanks for watching my stories. And if you keep watching my stories, you get an invite. But for the people who are like really new to my feed, or they just sent me a new friend request, or they just followed me and it says follow, that's when they get the, hey, you know, so nice to connect with you. Thanks for the follow. I'm Amanda. I'm a wife. I'm a mom of an, you know, special needs mom, infant, you know, stuff like that. And then I ask them, I look at their feed and I get to ask them an engaging question so that they respond back.
Yeah, okay, so this would be a really good opportunity to, if you don't have that already, to get some kind of new follow in your notes, in your phone, or text replacements. That way you can copy and paste it, and you can send that kind of, so it doesn't, you don't have to retype every time. Now, obviously, you can personalize it. The more personal, the better. Like if the person, hey, I noticed you also have young kids or whatever. But is this also when you go through your stories and new watchers or is this really just in your feed?
I go through, so what I'll do, I'll actually go through anyone that I followed. So like if I go back to my Instagram, what I did this morning is I went under my following. Those are the people who I'm following right now. And I click the little arrows, the up, down, and I put date followed latest. So it tells me all the people that I started to follow last, which would be the ones I just added or the ones that I added earlier. And I'll just, this is when I go through and I start looking at their feed, looking at their stories. Even if like this girl, Alyssa, she's got stories. So I'm like, that's cool. She's got a little toddler. He's cute. They're playing baseball. And I'm like, oh my goodness, girl, he is so cute. What baseball game are you at? That's still initiating a conversation. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I want some wine. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be like, hey, girl, right off the bat. It's just engaging and loving on them. And then you can reach out and be like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm Amanda. I totally just stalked I did that this morning. I was like, oh, I just totally stalked your feed. I should probably introduce myself.
So right now it's just making those human connections, starting new conversations, and your goal is a minimum of 10 per day.
Yep. That's what I do. It's different for everybody else. I do, my minimum is 10 a day.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Neat. Okay, so I have another question. If you did connect with somebody and let's say start a conversation and they're talking back to you during this 20 minutes, is this the time you utilize to talk back, or do you save that for later? So right now you're just, you're putting it out there, but you're not, because that's what I was going to ask you, because it's easy to get so sidetracked. And so it's like, okay, then I just had like 2 conversations, one kind of took my time. So that's something to remember is as you're having these conversations, don't respond if they respond back
Right.
now.
Yeah. Like right now, we're just focusing on connecting, sending out that initial message. It's the same thing with invites. Don't sit around and wait for an invite. Some people don't check their messages. It's kind of late. So some people might be getting their kids into bed. They might be getting dinner ready, depending on what side of the coast, you know, they're at and stuff. So really, I'm just like, send out the stuff. And then tomorrow, or later on, you know, depending on what time you start your power hour, when you find yourself going into that mindless scroll, or like you're like, oh, I could just sit here and watch TV. Like my husband and I, we watch like Frasier. We've been binging Frasier. That's when I'll talk to people. Right? It's like I can add connects real quick and I can talk to people, and it's mindless, and I can do it while that, you know what I mean? And I'm at least starting the conversation.
Okay, cool. Thanks, girl.
And just in case I didn't say this, these people that I connect with for my new conversations, these are people that go into my notebook. I just write them down. It just helps me.
I'm asking a lot of questions because I want to make sure and clarify. When you write them down, is that people what if they never respond back to you?
That's cool. I just love on them anyway.
You still write it down though. You don't write down until they, like some people write down once they respond back.
Yeah, no, I just write down everybody in my notebook. I just put convos and I just write them down. Yeah, most people do respond because
it's not
like,
the one. It's being, you're not like invited.
Yeah, I'm not like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. Do you want to work with me? I'd love to have you be on my team. You're so awesome. I love you so much. Look at my Shakeology. Do you want to drink this? My go-go juice. I love you. I love you. I love you. Dance with me. No, it's just like, hey, like, I see you, mama. You know what I mean? Shut up, Maria.
It's so true, though.
It's just like, it has to be authentic like that, or else people will ghost you if you don't, like, if you come off creepy, they're going to be like, who the hell is this? And they're going to run. But if you're like super, like, I see you over there, mama, you're doing your thing. And I love supporting moms and crushing it with other people who are rocking it. They're going to respond to you. Even if they do a heart, you're still showing love. That's it. That's all we're doing. Because they're going to watch you from here on out. You know what? That's all it is. They're going to watch you.
That's like
watching them. They see you too. They'll be like, I see you too, girl.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I actually had somebody that I was following or whatever, and she basically just said, she said that I'm not, and I just told her, you make it great. I don't know, we had this natural conversation. I was like, you would be so good if you ever thought about doing what I do. And she's like, you know, A lot of people invited me. I'm not interested now, but does that mean you're going to unfriend me too? Because that's what usually happens. And I was like, absolutely not. Like, that's not. So I think people who would make a really good coach have probably been told that. And even if they haven't, like, just come from a real place, come from a human place. Because I also got somebody who literally sent me a message and said, hey girl, I see it's your birthday month. Do you want to like host a pampered chef party? And like, I didn't respond because I was like busy. Literally within like the next day, but not even 24 hours. She was like, girl, I'm really struggling. I could really use this. And she never sent me a message ever. And I sent a screenshot to my team, like, don't do this. Like, this is what gives people bad names. Like, just be real, be personable. It will naturally come up in the conversation, but like, just start off just as a total human connection. So anyway,
and don't come off as desperate. Don't come off as desperate. Come off of it looking like you're going to make a new friend. Like, if they buy from you now, or if they never buy from you at all, who cares? If they're your people, they're your people. And those are the people that you want to do life with regardless. Like, who cares?
Love it. Love it. Thanks, Bill.
So I totally have a question. I'm super new at this. Actually, I just joined the team like maybe 2 weeks ago, I think. I've been doing Beachbody for, gosh, a year and a half, and I was a discount coach under my sister for up until just a couple weeks ago when I decided that I was going to move forward with actually changing lives and just sharing my journey and what this has done for me. And so I'm not a big poster on Facebook or any kind of social media outlet. I actually just created a Facebook account so that I could move forward with this business. And I've been posting a lot in my stories, but do you post in your stories and on your actual feed every single day?
I do. So I personally, I post on my feed at least once a day. And that's either with like a IGTV or I'll do a post. But then most of the behind the scenes stuff is in my stories. So like people see glimpses of my workout, they'll see like me feeding my son. My son has a feeding tube, like my son has lots of other medical issues. So they see like daily interactions with him. They see me getting up and, you know, when I sit down to work in the morning, what my desk looks like. That's like stories are kind of like the behind the scenes, the real and the raw, where my feed is a little bit more polished. That's where I come up with like the more creative post. It has the pretty picture. It doesn't have to be pretty as long as you're just putting something out there. But yeah, you want people, because the same people that watch your stories are not necessarily going to look at your feed and vice versa.
Okay. Okay. That's helpful.
Yeah. And your post, like, first of all, welcome, like, yay, that's awesome. And I have a coach who just signed up 2 days ago and she was like, I don't even have a Facebook. I should make one. And I was like, do it. And I mean, it's fun for team stuff anyway, but I think that people are like, oh crap, now I'm a coach, I have to do this. I think just share you. First of all, you're gorgeous. I was like, look at this beautiful lady right here. You're gorgeous. Just show you and be you. And it doesn't, like, I think even Janelle Summers, she even shared once how she was kind of just doing like the side selfies, or like she wasn't really doing selfies or stuff. And she doesn't like her face really being shown because she's very introverted. It just wasn't her thing. So you'll find your groove, you'll get comfortable, but just get out there and do something, you know?
Yeah, it used to be where you posted 3-4 times a day, and that's totally not the thing anymore. So it's like once a day, and you're sharing bits and pieces of your life and your story, whatever you're comfortable with right now. You know, so you might see someone like me who's gotten like really deep into, like, I'm now very comfortable sharing her, but that's come from many, many years of personal development during this journey. So, you know, that's not something you have to necessarily start off, but like people, like, what, like, think about who you would want to work with on a daily basis and speak to them. Or who were you when you first started Beachbody? Like, who were you a year and a half ago? And speak to those people. I think that's, you know, like those moms who are feeling hopeless because they can't get to the gym because they're just so busy. Or those people that have tried home workouts that maybe didn't work before. Why is this different? You know, you can post little, like, you're planting those seeds as you're just sharing life. Like, that's just kind of like what it is. But yes, you would want to, stories to me are kind of like those everyday, like, funny moments with my kids, maybe what I'm eating once a day or things like that. But in your actual feed, you're sharing those like parts of your story that make you you, but also who are you going to attract to your team? Who do you want to work with? Who do you want, you know, that type of thing. So that's kind of, for me, like when I'm in a stuck moment, like what do I want to post? It's like, what do I need to hear today? Or what would I have needed to hear in this place in my life 3 years ago when I started this journey? So.
Okay.
I'm talking
awesome.
and I'm muted.
Huh?
I said I was talking and I was muted, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. But like, I love your shirt first, like just as a sidebar, I love your shirt, and you should totally take a picture of you with that shirt on and be like, I'm stepping up into the unknown right now, but I'm strong and I'm fearless and I'm about to be myself and kill it. And then everybody would be like, I gotta be this girl's friend. I would, I'm just saying.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, the timer went up too, so, and it's 8:40, so we got like literally 20 minutes before we head on to our team call. So really, I'm going to kind of break down the next two parts. We're going to invite at least 5 people to join a challenge group, or learn about the coaching opportunity, and then we're going to follow up with 5 in the last 20 minutes. So something really easy that I do when I'm inviting, that has been working for me lately, is I go through my stories, and people that consistently watch my stories and I've not invited them before, because again, I have my handy dandy list right here, and I pretty much know who I've invited because I talk to these people over, like I still have relationships with them, so I still talk to them. But I'm looking for people who've been watching and peeping and creeping on my stories, and then I'll just shoot them out a simple message, and I leave it really simple so it kind of covers coaching and challenge groups. So I'll be like, hey Jane, I noticed that you've been watching my stories. Have you ever thought about what I do, doing what I do? It's so simple. It could be like for challenge groups, it could be for coaching. It kind of just covers the whole breadth of it. So literally I have it on my voice note or on my text notes, and you can do it as a voice message. You can just be like, hey girl, I see you watching. Have you considered doing what I do? And if they say yes, like I've had a lot of people that have been like, yeah, actually I have. Can you tell me more about it? Or they'll be like, no, you know what? I don't think I could do the coaching, but I really need to get myself into shape. There's the opening for a challenge group. So it just opens the door. So you want to at least get 5. Again, my goal for the day, I do not go to bed unless I invite 10 people. And then same thing with the follow-up. So we only got 10 minutes to do each. I would say follow up with as many as you can follow up with. Again, my goal for the day is 10 follow-ups. If it's close to the end of the month or I'm pushing for a big goal, I hit up and break out my handy dandy folder of all the trackers I've ever done with everyone I've ever invited over the last 3 years. And I restart conversations with them, and then I shoot them up a follow-up, especially with the promo codes going. I'll just say something like, hey Jane, hope you're doing well. And these could be for people that I've even talked to over the last, but said they weren't ready, like last month or the month before. And I'd be like, hey Jane, I know last month wasn't a good time, but corporate just gifted me these $10 off promo codes, and it's to use for my friends and family. And I wanted to make sure that I invited you personally before I invited anyone else. I haven't even talked about it publicly on my stories because I wanted you to know first. Does it sound like something you want to do? I'll shoot you over the promo packs. That's easy, right? So there we go. Last 20 minutes. Let's bust it out. And if anybody has questions, please feel free, jump in. Aaron King, are you incredibly busy right now? Wait, oh, wait. Oh, what's happening?
Like, wait, don't mess with my mojo.
No, like, where's it? I know. I'm like, wait, I can't unmute you. Wait, why can't I unmute? Okay. Okay. Do you girls remember the unicorn girl with the fake eyelashes that I met walking down the street when we were at Summit?
Yeah.
So she and I have been friends, and she's going to speak on my team call.
Oh,
She's solid. Like, she's
Wasn't she-
incredible. I was like,
Who was she up on stage with? She was working out with someone.
she was working out with, who was the first one? Idalis. Super solid.
because I wasn't there. Was I
Her
there?
name is Benika. Benika. Her Instagram is once upon a squat _official. I gave her a shout out in my stories earlier, but she's fierce. Like, she is fierce. She is like, I'm a big girl. I don't care. I love myself. I love my body. We're doing this. She shares her story. She's so very real and authentic. So I was like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
on a team call with me, and I was like, share about being authentic and true to yourself, and give my coaches tips on how they can use their story to stand out from the rest of the crowd and find their tribe. And she was like, girl, that's my specialty. And I said, that's why I asked you.
That's awesome.
So I'll make sure. I think we're going to plan on it in 2 weeks. We're going to plan on the 20th, and I'll let you guys know so you guys can invite your teams too.
Awesome.
Please.
That's cool.
Okay. Sorry. We got 8 minutes. I wanted to pop
That's
into that.
awesome.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
She was cool.
She was real cool.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go because I gotta go make my shake and jump on Micah's call. But 36 follow-ups, 9 invites. Woot woot.
Over. All right,
Bye.
we'll jump off here.
Bye, Carly.
All right, you guys.
All right. See you.
Right. Thanks, Amanda. This was awesome.
I can't talk. Okay, you're welcome. Sorry, I was leaving a voice message. Somebody was like, I need to talk to you about my weight. And I was like, awesome. Yay, no, I'm glad. It was good, and I hope it was helpful. And if anybody like has questions, you know, specifically like if your team, ooh, sorry, the cat just went crazy. But if your team has anything like specific ever and they're like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? Feel free to message me or let me know and I'll go through it with you.
I think the point is there's no perfect power hour. Just
Mm-mm.
do the vitals, do what works for you, whether you're doing Instagram, Facebook, but I love to see how other people do theirs. And I love that you still do the pen and paper because that's totally me. I love it.
I tried Streak. I hated it. Pen and paper, I think when you write things down, and Shalene Johnson said it too, and I'm all about brain science and nerding out. So like it helps you to get things in your head and retain information better. So, and it's easy for me to go through and I mean like I color code everything. So it's like everybody in the pink is people who wanted information. If they got a green check mark, those are the people I followed up with. And before I started writing down who I follow up with. But yeah, it helps to just have the notebook here. And then as I go through the notebooks, it's just like my little folder right here. I can go through it at any time and always have a list of people to go back to and follow up. It just keeps it really simple.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool, you're welcome. I'll get it. Since I recorded it, I'll drop it up and put it